Are the writers of The Simpsons psychic? This has been an ongoing debate since they have accurately predicted big events like Trump becoming president, or the tiger attack of 2 German-American performers. In fact, we have a video on our channel of all the stuff that they have predicted that have actually come true, so don't forget to check that video out also. Although they have shocked the audiences multiple times with details from their episodes coming true, there are still times when their predictions have been wrong. Hey everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan. How are y'all doing today? Is anyone out there a Simpsons fan? Comment down below if you are. Now, let's begin with the top 10 times The Simpsons made a prediction and they were wrong. Now, The Simpsons is known for its satire and comedic jokes, bringing in celebrity guest stars and creating out-of-the-world scenarios that would never occur. As a result, maybe some of these predictions were just meant as a joke, but it's still fun to analyze anyways. Alright, starting off our countdown with number 10, the Big Ben clock. Now, the 1995 Simpsons episode titled Lisa's Wedding was filled with tons of predictions. Some came true, like virtual reality games, but others were not as accurate. So in this episode, Lisa visits a psychic that shows her future in 2010. Part of the episode takes place in England and you can see the famous London clock, Big Ben. However, the clock's face has changed and reads the time digitally. This clock appears in another episode named Holidays of Future Past, when it once again reads the time digitally. It is now 2020 and the clock's face is not digital, and there is no news on it ever turning digital. So sorry Simpsons, but you were wrong with that one. For number 9, we have the Super Bowl prediction. The Super Bowl was not too long ago and some Simpsons fans were waiting eagerly to see if their prediction about the winners would come true. Now, this episode aired in 1999 and the name was Sunday Cruddy Sunday. In this episode, Homer and his buds go to Miami to watch the Super Bowl. Yes, the Super Bowl took place in Miami this year, so they did get that right. And people also thought that the teams playing looked an awful lot like the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, in this episode, it wasn't said that these were the actual teams, they were just speculating based on the team's jerseys. In this episode, they said that the 49ers won the game. Well, as we all know, that wasn't the case. The Kansas City Chiefs won the game 31-20, totally proving the Simpsons wrong. Making our way down the list for number 8, we have Jim Carrey. I'm a fan of Jim Carrey. He's Canadian, and he's played some hilarious characters over the years. Nowadays, he isn't getting the credit that he deserves as an actor, which is partially why the prediction didn't come true. In the same episode, Lisa's Wedding, patrons can be seen leaving a theater with a sign that reads 40 classic films starring Jim Carrey. Now, back in 1995, when this episode aired, Jim Carrey was a popular actor, which is why they probably assumed that he would manage to have 40 classic films. But now people argue that he doesn't have 40 classic movies out. Maybe some good ones, but not classics. They believe that now he's just known for his cheesy, goofy characters and they can't take him seriously. So people believe that this prediction is far from the truth, which is sad because Jim Carrey is very talented. For number 7, we have the News Channel. Again, this episode was Lisa's Wedding. Geez, the Simpsons writers clearly imagined 2010 way different from how it actually was. Now, in this episode, there is a scene where the local news host, Kent Brockman, is reporting on a channel known as CNN CBS, a division of ABC. Now, this clearly is a joke directed at all the multiple news channels that we have out there. Well, still, they predicted that they would all merge together and form one super channel. Now, that hasn't actually happened. If anything, each station is now just covering the same story just at different times. Maybe they'll eventually team up and work together, but for now it doesn't look like they're headed that way anytime soon. Making our way down the list, we have floating cars at number 6. Now, throughout the Simpsons series, they constantly depict the future as having floating cars and bikes, even thought that we would be replaced with robots. Again, this has not happened yet. But they thought that this would happen by 2010, and there definitely was not any huge future advancements like flying cars or other hover vehicles in 2010. Throughout the series, they show different forms of illustration of how they thought that the transportation in the future would be. For now, they're wrong, but let's see how far into the future we'll go before we have flying cars. We are now at our halfway mark with 3D printed food. Wouldn't that be awesome to just be able to like summon food whenever you want? Like being able to satisfy your craving instantly instantly? That would be nice. Well, in the 2005 episode titled Future Drama, The Simpsons predicted that we would be able to 3D print our food. Now I know people are already trying to make this a thing, but we still can't make food just magically appear out of a photo, just like how Marge does in this episode. Honestly, the only 3D printed food I'll eat is when people get those cheesy pictures printed on top of a cake. Even then, it doesn't taste that good and I just like peel off the photo, but cake's good. Next on our list, we have the baby translators. In this episode titled Brother Can You Spare 2 Dimes, we see Homer's brother, who was actually voiced by Danny DeVito, little fun fact. Anyways, in this episode, Homer's brother invents a device called the baby translator. Apparently, this device was a way to turn a baby's babble into actual words so parents could communicate with them. Well, clearly this is not a device that we have presently. We do have an app that was created in 2013 that is supposed to interpret a baby's cry, but it's nowhere close to this device. Making our way to number 3, we have Fox News. Once again, the episode of Lisa's wedding makes another appearance, this time poking fun at Fox News. In this episode, the older version of Marge and Homer Simpson are laying in bed watching the news in 2010. Marge then exclaims, "You know, Fox turned into a sex channel so gradually I didn't even notice." Well, that clearly isn't the case for Fox News, and it still only delivers trending news topics and definitely not content of the sexual manner. Again, who knows if that's the content Fox will slowly start to delve into, but for now, this prediction is not true. And at number 2, we have the death of a president's wife. In season 14, episode 21 of The Simpsons, titled Bart of War, an interesting headline can be seen across the newspaper in one of the scenes. The newspaper's headline reads, "A president shoots his wife." Now, up to this point, no president has shot his wife. In fact, this episode came out in 2003, and the president at the time was George W. Bush. Now, his wife, Laura Bush, is still alive and healthy, so this headline has not come true, thankfully, and let's hope that it never comes true. And lastly, in our number 1 spot, we have a warning about celebrities. Now, in this episode of The Simpsons, news reporter Kent Brockman states that certain celebrities are declared dangerous. If you see them, then you should not encounter them. Then a list of these celebrities' names are shown on the screen. Some, such as Dracula, are a clear joke, but then there are celebrities listed such as Brad Pitt, Tim Allen, and the Baldwins. To this day, these celebrities aren't thought of as dangerous, so I don't know what The Simpsons was thinking with that one. It was probably just intended to be a joke, or maybe they truly thought these celebrities would end up doing something that would cause harm to others. Let me know what you think about that down below. And that's all for our top 10 Simpsons predictions that were wrong. Let me know down below what you think of The Simpsons. Do the writers have some sort of psychic powers? Do you believe that they have predicted the future? And now let's move on to our comment shoutouts for today. I'll be shouting out comments from my video Top 10 Dark Details in Horror Movies You Never Noticed. Gamma_Fox commented, "My favorite chip flavor is salt and vinegar." Yeah, I like those too. Honestly, I like all chip flavors, but these ones start to burn my tongue after I eat them for a long time, and then they start to taste like cleaning solution. But it's still worth it though. Aunt Cynthia commented, "Awesome, have a great day." Well, thank you, Aunt Cynthia. You too. She's not my aunt, by the way. She's someone else's aunt, not mine. Thank you. Echo89 Hunter commented, "I love Old Dutch ketchup chips. They make some fine dining for a scary movie." I've never tried that brand of ketchup chips, but I do love ketchup chips. So maybe I need to try those out. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below to be featured in my next comment shoutout, and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos.